I talk to so many agents who know that technology is just super important when it comes to growing their business. But they don't use it nearly enough. Why is that? Because sometimes tech can be intimidating. Tech can be overwhelming. Things like your CRM, your email marketing software. Sometimes those things can be complicated and confusing and, like I said, overwhelming, especially when you're dealing with nonstop emails and calls and texts from clients, and you've got showings and inspections and closings and 1,000 unexpected fires to put out every day. So I think this story is going to help you see your tech in a different way. You know what Photoshop is, right? Of course you do. Now, Photoshop is one hell of a piece of software. It can do, about a gajillion different things. And like your CRM, it can be complicated and confusing and overwhelming. So back in the day, I would go in and I would get so distracted by all the options and drop-down menus and icons. I would just go in there and get lost until I realized, wait a second, I'm not a professional photographer. I'm not a graphic designer. I just need to learn to resize images and crop things and maybe add some text on top of those images. And so I set out to learn to do just that, okay? And I completely ignored everything else because all that other stuff just didn't matter to me. And so I was finally able to master the simple tasks that I needed Photoshop to do. So back to you. Identify one or two things, and let's use your CRM for an example. One or two things that you need your CRM to do for you. And then set out to learn only those one or two things. So maybe you want to master just putting in and tagging new leads. Cool. Ignore everything else that your CRM can do. All that other stuff doesn't matter. Put just, blinders on and learn how to enter and tag a new lead. That's it. Now what happens is before long, you're going to have that mastered, okay? And then you can learn to build additional skills as needed on top of that. Like, hey, I can enter leads now and tag them, no problem. Wouldn't it be cool if I kind of learned how to categorize my database into A's and B's and C's? Or maybe you want to learn to add people into a drip campaign, whatever it is for you. My point is, you don't have to be intimidated. And you do not have to learn how to do 10,000 things. You just have to learn to do the one or two things that you need most and just worry about all that other stuff later. Ignore it. Also, and this is important, you don't necessarily have to be the one to figure anything out, right? There is a massive difference between these two sentences. See if you can feel the difference here. How can I get this done versus how can this get done? So use the skills and expertise of others as leverage. Okay, so if you're crystal clear on exactly what you need, okay, you can try to figure it out, sure, but you can also contact support, whether that's the software company or someone else at your brokerage, and ask them, hey, I want to learn how to do X, Y, or Z. Can you show me how to do that? Okay, so hope this helps. Hope you guys are all good, and I'll talk to you soon.